And as we listen to more of what he said at the press conference, which was in the 1 o'clock hour right here on 95.7 The Game, I started to think about this question. You know, Jordan Poole came back to town about 2.5 weeks ago, and he got a really nice ovation. And I remember the conversation leading up to Jordan Poole's return. And a lot of people, for a lot of people, this was the end-all. They're like, look, you know, he didn't say some great things when he left, and he's reckless with the ball. And so I don't know about his brand of basketball. He's not playing that well. But damn it, you got to back that guy because he helped win you a championship. Okay. Well, Draymond helped you win 4. So why have so many of you decided that whatever that annoys you, and I'll go with you, he's exhausting. He's exhausting. And he has taken his teammates and his organization and the fan base on quite a journey, and an unnecessary one at times, and that's an understatement. But I hear so often when there's a yeah but about a player, it's like, yeah, but he won you a championship. Well, Draymond helped win you 4. So sometimes I wonder why the slack isn't more.
Well, for me, there is no slack in terms of what you've done in the past. It's great. He helped you win 4 championships, and I won't even play the game of, well, he cost you 1, but he won you 4, and you would have won 6 if it. Forget it. Whatever happened, happened, and Draymond Green has 4 rings. And this franchise that I've been a fan of for about 45 years or more, I'm 55 years old, and I remember going to games as a 10-year-old, and I'm in a basketball household as a kid. Basketball was our number one sport. So I've been a fan for 45 years, and I don't quite remember the Rick Barry title year, but I remember the last 4 that they've won, and that's great. But for me, I look at all these players the same way, which is in the lens of now, because Draymond Green is forever a 4-time champ, as is Clay, as is Steph, as is Iguodala. He's got 4. Andre's got 4 himself. Kevon's got 3. Steve's got 4, and he's got 9 if you count the other teams and the other titles. And all of that is in pen, in Sharpie. It's in cement. I look at things in terms of right now, through the lens of right now. And you talked about Andrew Wiggins before, and we can have the debate of do they win the title with or without him. It doesn't matter what I think or what you think, because he was on the team, he played well, and they won. That is a fact. The fact is they won the title. I look at it now. Andrew Wiggins now is not a player that I think that is a necessary part of this team. And in terms of Draymond Green right now, can Draymond Green help you this year if he plays and stays out of trouble? I think he can.
Help you do what?
Help you compete.
Yeah.
I mean,
I agree completely.
He can help you win. He can also help you lose. We don't know, but is Draymond Green still good enough to be a part of a successful team? I think that's a yes.
Well, in order to do that, he's obviously going to have to handle things differently when the stress or the anger or whatever comes in. He was asked today if he's learned any techniques for those moments.
First off, understanding your emotions, understanding those moments. My goal is not to come back and worry about crossing the line, because I still have to come back and play the game the way I know how to play the game and be the best me that I can be for my team to help give my team a chance to win. I think, as far as not crossing the line with a referee, yes, that's a big point of emphasis for me, and knowing and understanding where that line is. But I didn't make it to this point worried about touching the line. I didn't help this team and this organization become what we've become by worrying about crossing the line. And so throughout my time away, you kind of go through work through all these thoughts, right? And, if you would have talked to me 2.5 weeks ago, I'm like, I'm not crossing the line. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. But as you continue to do work and put the work in, and as time go by, for me, it's about developing a practice, developing a routine. And I think one of the best things about that is it hasn't been just on me to develop that. I've had support from this organization, support from the league, and developing what those things look like. That's what I plan to do. I'm not going to sit here and tell you like, yes, I know everything, because you don't know what you do until you're in a moment. But I think going into anything, you can only best prepare yourself for what moments you may face. And then you'll be put to the test. My goal isn't to try to say, oh, man, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and this is how it's going to look. Like, you don't know that until I'll be sitting here lying to you. If I said, this is how it's going to look and this is the process, like, that's not real. But what is real is preparing yourself and doing a lot of self-work so that when you are in these moments, you know where you can turn to. It's just like anything else. If I catch the ball on the wing, in that moment, I've prepared myself to shoot that ball, right? It's no different. You do the work, and then when those moments present themselves, you lean on your preparation.
I mean, that really leads to the question going forward. And this is another reason why I thought today was pretty authentic. Draymond did not look at anybody and go, so when those crazy moments come, so I have this technique. I'm going to touch my right cheekbone with my pointer finger, and that's going to remind me that I need to breathe. It all happens too fast. He's admitting to you right there, like, I'm going to prepare for it.
Right.
Is it going to work? I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
We'll find out when we get there.
Exactly. And
that's real.
He talked about the work he's put in and how, and I liked what he said about the officials. That's going to be a point of emphasis. He didn't say, oh, I'm done arguing calls. Or he didn't say, oh, I'm not going to change at all. I'm still going to be me when it comes to the refs. He said, that's going to be a point of emphasis. I'm going to use that as something that I focus on in terms of, behaving differently. And I think that's going to be the biggest challenge, because I do think that the agitation, it's an agitation sensation, Mark. And when it comes to he and the officials, I do think that leads to other moments of frustration. He allows that to get him off of his game and take his focus away from where it should be. And, he's put in the work, and it's ongoing. I don't think that now that he's cleared to return, he's going to just shut it all down and stop working on himself.
Well, and you're a different person every day, every hour. You know this, right? Whatever that person did to you in the car today, there might be another day where you didn't even react. It was because of the headspace you were in. Who knows? So one night in Denver where Draymond is feeling particularly happy, that stupid call by one of those awful refs.
Oh, stop. Stop. I'm about to get out of this car.
Right? But that stupid call, you might be able to just blow it off. But 2 nights later in Toronto, when you're going up against your ex-teammate Andrew Wiggins, I don't know.
Yeah.
Could be tough.
And I think that it depends on, who he goes up against and what the whistle is like, and whether it's Scott Foster or if it's Nurkic again, or maybe Dylan Brooks, the ghost of Dylan Brooks. Or there's still going to be some hurdles out there for Draymond for sure.